What's up, everybody? My peeps. You scumbags. You pieces of shit. Peter Joseph here for another video. Right here. Once again, on the Peter Joseph channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and hit that subscribe button down there. You know where. In the description box below, otherwise known as my pants. And don't forget, so subscribe to my channels, which are down there on this channel, and my other 4 main channels down there in the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell, and basically treat it like it's, once again, the New York Mets. Ugh. Beat that bell to death. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, that's just too goddamn bad for you. That's that. And this is your first time watching. You're just floating around YouTube right now, and you see my gorgeous, sexy face, and you like the content, then hit that like button. And if you want more, hit that subscribe button on this channel. Show my other channels your love and support too. And most importantly, hit that bell and turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video or anything like that. And you can also go to my channels and click on the video section, the shorts section, or my live section, and you get the latest video there. Or you can watch my past videos. So, so if you missed my raw review from like 2 weeks ago, you can see it on the video section or the live section. Simple as that. You can't miss anything. And if you do, well, like I said, too bad. That's pretty much it. Simple as that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pumping out a lot of freaking videos for like the past, almost going on 2 weeks now, like non-stop. Well, we've stopped a day or two here and there with really no videos, but when it was a slow day or I just took the day off. But we're steamrolling through the end of the start of this month, the great month of April. We got Easter on Sunday, so hopefully some of you and most of you, my good peeps, have a great Easter. And if not, then that's just your problem. But it is what it is. Should be pretty damn nice here in the Northeast. Going to be around, look, in the mid-50s, close to 60, which would be nice. Supposed to get rain tomorrow, overcast tomorrow. It's going to be a mess tomorrow. So then it's going to be 71 or near 75. One said near 80. I don't know how that got there, but yeah, Thursday's going to be really warm, but it's going to be thunder boomers. Maybe most of the day. Hopefully not, because the Mets home opener is on Thursday. And the way they're playing right now, they're going to get booed out of that fucking stadium because, once again, they got shut out by the Brew Crew, 9-0 tonight. Horrible game, 7 stinking hits. And they had runners on base, and they just can't do what they do. They can't score. And Mad Max Scherzer had a really shit game. And then we lost another pitcher. Tommy Hunter went on the IL. Oh my God, what else is new? So we're kind of shorthanded with relief pitchers that stink anyway. So the Mets' first series loss of the year. They're 3-3, 1.5 games back of JD's Braves, are doing what they do, and that's winning. So they beat the Cardinals tonight. Mets lost. The Phillies, hey, how about those Phillies? They actually won a game. They beat the Yankees tonight. So wasn't a totally bad night for Met fans because the Yankees lost. But the way that the Mets have been playing, they've been outscored 19-0, and they got David Peterson on the mound tomorrow afternoon because it's a day game because they have to fly back to New York. It's craziness that it is. So hopefully the Mets come out tomorrow and actually play some baseball tomorrow. But if not, yeah, we're looking like they're gonna get swept for the first time this season against a pretty decent Milwaukee Brewers team. That's pretty much it. But and as far as the Yankees go, they end their 3-game series against the Phillies tomorrow at that construction site. weather permitting, of course. But they should get the game in. They said it was going to be overcast, but it may rain maybe in the afternoon or late afternoon. So I think by the time the game ends, it rains and the game will probably end. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. As far as this team, the New York Rangers, they play tomorrow at home against Tampa Bay, the Lightning. And, the last few games before the playoffs. So, just a matter of seeding right now. Rangers are already in. It's just a matter of who they play and where they play in the first round. So, we got all that. And a bag of chips. All right, so big week of wrestling. We had a horrible WrestleMania after Raw last night. I don't know how it got a 2.26 rating for a garbage show. Vince is back in creative, so he was hands-on last night, rewriting and revising the script. So the Triple H era is basically over, and Vince is right back in. I can only imagine what SmackDown's going to be this week. If SmackDown is like freaking Raw this week, then you can kiss WWE goodbye because, if Vince is in the back in Gorilla with creative, the only good thing is that Roman will still be champ because he loves Roman so much because, he acknowledges the man. So Roman's going to go like 4 years as champ at this rate because, who's Vince going to pick to beat Roman? Cody? No. Cody would be like, oh, I'm going to have the underdog story. I'm going to win Money in the Bank and then I'm going to cash in at SummerSlam. Most likely. But then again, I'm hearing stories that Jey Uso may be facing the tribal chief. It started with Jey and ended with Jey. It could end with Jey. I don't think it will, but we'll have to see what happens with that. Right now, Cody's got a big problem. That's the Beast, Brock Lesnar. And most likely he will beat the Beast at Backlash in Puerto Rico. But we shall see what happens. I don't know how Vince is going to use his 77-year-old mushed brain on creative and what we're going to get for Backlash. And in the next month or so, what the shows are going to be like. Raw and SmackDown specifically. Oh, I can only imagine how Friday's going to be. I can only imagine. But we'll get there when we get there. That's all I got to say about that. But, like I said, I hope you had a great Tuesday, everybody. It was nice and warm here today. Nice, about 62, 63 degree day. Wasn't that bad. I had a pretty damn good day. And I hope you did too. And if not, well, I hope tomorrow is better for you. And that's all I got to say about that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, on this late Tuesday night, and you know what that means, it is time for your late night NXT review for April the 4th, 2023. Or if you're now watching, if you're watching this video on the replay, it is now April the 5th, 2023. So on the first week of April, counting down those days to that glorious Easter day on Sunday, when our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ the Lord, resurrected. So, we got Resurrection Sunday. This Sunday, as always. Praise God. But it is what it is. What's that? Alright, so NXT tonight, way better than Monday Night Raw on Monday night. A horrible show this was. This was 10 times better. And I hate to say this, but NXT is the B show right now. Because SmackDown is the A show, but then we'll have to see what happens on Friday. And then we will see what we'll have to see what happens with SmackDown, man. If Vince is gonna be behind the scenes on SmackDown, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. And that's it. I think Rhea Ripley will be on the show because she's the SmackDown Women's Champion. Roman might be on the show. He might not be on the show. He can do whatever the hell he wants. But we'll see what happens with that. Going to the Usos and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That's really the basis for SmackDown this week. As we're rolling on towards Backlash in about a month from now. So we'll see what happens with that. But NXT tonight, like I said, was great. The fallout from Stand and Deliver. And let's get it, my friends. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. Because it's not lately, but it's getting towards near 1 o'clock, and I want to go to bed soon. But I digress. All right. So we are live from the Capitol Wrestling Center at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. And as always, our commentary team of the man with the creepy jacket, Vic Joseph, and the man who smokes more bowls than Thea Hale. You know who he is. The man who calls himself Black Snow. That's Booker T, sucker! Pretty much. Booker T and Vic Joseph on commentary. Alright. So, like I said, this is the fallout from Stand and Deliver, where we had new champions in Indy Hartwell, who surprisingly won the NXT Women's Championship, and the man who don't miss, and that's him, Carmelo Hayes, winning the NXT World Title from Bron Breakker. We also had a pretty decent triple threat tag match. We saw the Gallus Boys win as Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey's brother, came back. We had Johnny Gargano beat I Did It, Grayson Waller in an unsanctioned match. We also had with the women's tag team titles being changed, as the Witches of NXT, Our Fire, and Isla Dawn defeated Fallon Henley and Kiana James. So we had that, and for the North American title, we had Wesley somehow retaining against 4 other people. Dragon Lee, Axiom, and the other 2 guys. But still, it was a pretty good Stand and Deliver pay-per-view. And now we got the fallout, and now we're on the road to our next NXT pay-per-view, and that is the same day as Double or Nothing 5, and that is NXT Battleground from Lowell, Massachusetts. That's Ring of Honor territory. But anyway, so NXT Battleground, May the 28th, which is Memorial Day weekend, and it's going to be at 8 o'clock, which is the same time as Double or Nothing. But then again, we got Tony Khan's big, huge, major announcement tomorrow, which I have no idea what it's going to be. It could be a date change for Double or Nothing. I doubt it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Or it's about the Fight Forever video game, or maybe it's somebody that they signed, like a Jay White coming back, or they signed Kota Ibushi, or maybe a woman. Who knows? But you know how Tony Khan is kind of weird with these big, huge announcements, because he wants to get a proper rating. So let's see what happens tomorrow night on Dynamite from the Nassau Mausoleum in that shithole in Long Island, New York. So we'll see what happens with that tomorrow night. But yeah, if Double or Nothing and NXT Battleground are at the same time, what do you watch? I mean, if you're doing a watch along, what do you do? I mean, you could do both, but what I would do is just watch. What I would do is if I was doing a watch along per se, if I ever did one, which I'll probably never do. But if I did do it, I would do a watch along for Double or Nothing. I wouldn't even care about NXT Battleground. I'll watch it like later or like the next day. But it's kind of stupid, kind of dumb on WWE's part. Now I know they want competition. They want to compete with AEW. Say, oh, you put your one of your best pay-per-views on May 28th, so we're gonna put on a B-level pay-per-view called NXT Battleground on at the same time and see which one wins. But we all know which one will win. That's double nothing. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, but anyway, let's get to tonight. All right, so we start off NXT with a long as fuck recap of Stand and Deliver. Then we go to before that we started off with a black screen, but we can hear a countdown like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we hear the signature. But then we're still in black, so the feed must have messed up somehow. I don't know how that happened. So somebody in production is about to get fired. But finally, we get the recap. We see the recap, and then we go to the Capitol Wrestling Center, and we start off with the new NXT Women's Champion, and that is the beautiful Indy Hartwell to get things going. So after the fans chant, "You deserve it! You deserve it! Indie Wrestling!" Yeah, let's chant for Indie Wrestling. Yeah, gotta love those indie wrestling promotions. The best ones are in New York and New Jersey. So, and if you want to call PWG an indie fed in California, it is what it is. But anyway, Indy can't believe she's finally champion. Thanks to fans for having her back. She talks about going from nothing to something, and then falling right back down. We talk about winning the tag team belts with Candice LeRae, and then losing them, and then falling right back down. Even though she had that big moment with Dexter, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But fell right back down, but the fans never gave up on her. So she's like, she talks about Roxanne Perez. She says, she was a great competitor, and she deserves the first title shot. So does Roxy come out? No. Who comes out? Zoe Stark. She comes out to interrupt, and she's like, I haven't heard anything from Roxy, so you should give me the title shot tonight. So Indy's like, okay, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. So we get that. Let me just check something 1 second. Okay. Live chat. Anyway, so by the way, chat room's open if you want to say something. But it is what it is. But in any case, so later on in the program, we got Indy Hartwell's first title defense against Zoe Stark. So really, they want to make Indy kind of like she's gonna have trouble defending the belt, but eventually she will win the matches just to save the belt and everything. But she will eventually lose, probably to somebody like Tiffany Stratton or I don't know who, but we'll see. I'll get to Tiffany in a little bit. That's what she said. Anyway, all right, so Indy Hartwell and Zoe Stark later on for the NXT Women's Championship. And we move on with that. So I get the first segment, 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we see a video from yesterday at the airport where Axiom interrupts Wes Lee because he was cutting a promo with the cameraman, and he was all happy to retain in that fatal 5-way, and he's like, all the people they did good, and Dragon Lee had a great performance, Axiom had a great performance, and speaking of Axiom, he comes from behind and interrupts Wes Lee, and it's like, hey, let's have a one-on-one match for the title tomorrow. This is yesterday. He said tomorrow night. So Wesley's like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow night. So that match is now official, and we will see that later on in the program for the NXT North American title. It's going to be a banger of a match. We got that. All right, then we go to our first official match of the night. We have tag team action. We had, gotta bring him in. Hey, cousin, paisan, get in here. My cousin, ladies and gentlemen, Tony D'Angelo, the GOAT of NXT. How you doing, paisan? Hey, paisan, hey. Tony D'Angelo, ladies and gentlemen, the man who gets you a chicken parmesan hero for $2. That's him, the GOAT of NXT. And his tag team partner, the underboss, Channing Lorenzo Stacks. So they're in tag team action, and they're taking on the team that where we pissed them off at Stand and Deliver, and that is the Yes Boys, Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. So we'll see what happens with this match. Both teams I really like. I really like the Yes Boys more than, my cousin and Stacks, but, gotta give my cousin some props. Like I said, he gets you a fried calamari plate for $2. Gotta love it. But anyway, we move on. All right, so the match starts with Stacks rolling up Kip Wilson and hits a springboard forearm to take him down. And then my cousin Tony D comes in with a knee lift and starts yelling at Wilson as everything starts breaking down. Stacks gets sent into Wilson in the corner, but a blind tag, non-tag, allows Wilson to come back in and take over on Stacks in the corner, so he's in a little bit of trouble. So Elton Prince comes in off a legal tag, sends Stacks into the corner again for a near fall, and then Tony D comes in and cleans house. But near the end, I think it was Kit Wilson gets knocked in the face, and he gets knocked down, and then Elton Prince they try to do like twin magic, with the Bella sluts. He puts Wilson in the ring skirt, and then he gets in. He tries to fight Tony D, but then the referee's like, no, you're not the legal man. And then Kit Wilson, who during the distraction comes all the way from around the ring, knocks Tony D down, and then sends him into the exposed turnbuckle that I think during that whole melee that Kit Wilson took down the freaking turnbuckle pad and exposed the turnbuckle. So during that distraction led Tony to get sent into the exposed turnbuckle, and then Elton Prince somehow got the tag, and he pinned Tony D, who got he's got knocked silly. So 1, 2, 3, the Yes Boys get a cheap. They stole a win from Tony D and Stacks. Am I happy about it? Not really. I would like to have the Yes Boys win clean, or Tony D and Stacks win clean. I think they needed, to play, to do that chicanery bullshit. But, I mean, it is what it is, and that's pretty much it for that. All right, so the Yes Boys get a pretty big win. Well, not a big win, but a win nonetheless. And that's that. But probably not the last time we'll see these two teams going at it, but we'll see. All right, so I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. All right, after that, we go to a really weird promo from the lovely JC Jane, who came back after her shoulder injury, and she cost Gigi Dolan a chance at winning the women's title. Knocking her off the top of the ladder onto a bridge ladder, and then yelling at her, "No, I did it!" So JC starts laughing at the idea of Gigi winning the women's championship. I think there was a part in that promo where we see Indy and Gigi walking. I might have missed that. I have to rewatch the replay on that part to see if that's actually true. But in any case, we got that. So the JC Jane Gigi Dolan saga continues. And we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, after that, we go to match number 2, where we had the Big O, not the legendary jobber himself, Barry O. We had the big fat man, the Big O Odyssey Jones, as he takes on the Big Boss Man 2.0, and that's Dijak. This came about from the Battle Royal last week, where Odyssey Jones eliminated Dijak, and then Dijak beat the crap out of him, and then Ginger My Balls eliminated him. So I was thinking, why would you have a match with Dijak? Why don't you have a match with Ginger My Balls? Okay. But I see the point. Dijak beat him up, so I'm like, I'm gonna get revenge on you. But it is what it is. But anyway, this was a little quickie match. So it's also a Dijak getting crushed in the corner by Odyssey Jones as he uses a size advantage. But that doesn't really work too much as Jones heads up top. Gets kicked right in the head, which allows Dijak to hit a Death Valley driver for a near fall. Then he goes up top, hits a moonsault, of all moves, a moonsault. 1, 2, 3, and he pins the big fat man, Odyssey Jones, in under 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? Yes, I did. And that's pretty much it. But that moonsault looked pretty damn good. It wasn't the best moonsault I ever seen. We all know who hits the best moonsault in NXT, and that's Tiffany Stratton. Brother! Tiffany Hogan, brother! Pretty much. And that's pretty much it. So, match was meh. Gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Dijak says he's pissed! Man, you don't want a pissed off Dijak. I guess. Feast your eyes on a pissed off Dijak. That's pretty much it. And we move on. Alright, then we get a video on Dragon Lee, who had a very good performance. His in-ring debut at Stand and Deliver in that Fatal 5-Way. He just went berserk. Even hitting a suicide dive into the crowd, which was crazy. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But in any case, that's that. Alright, that was good. Alright, then we go to the back where we have Mackenzie Mitchell and her guest Gallus, still your NXT Tag Team Champions. They're now reformed with Joe Coffey, who came back off suspension, I think an injury as well. He came back at Stand and Deliver to help his brother Mark Coffey and Wolfgang retain the titles against Tony D and Stax and the Creed brothers. So they're there and they say, "This is our kingdom." Pretty much. And they say, we're ready to pick fights and we're ready to defend our kingdom. Okay. I'll defend my kingdom! Oh, stupid Cody Rhodes song. Yeah, Cody! MDK all day, Cody! Your theme song sucks, Cody! No! And for all you Cody Roman haters out there, you saw my video the other night. So remember now you will have to acknowledge us. And you still will. From now until Roman hits 1,000 days, which is coming up at the end of next month. Suck it hard, guys. Suck it hard. Acknowledge us. And you will. That's pretty much it. But don't cry. Don't cry. Just like Ric Flair said, the great Ric Flair said, you may not like... Oh, actually, I even say... Oh, learn to love it, and as a macho man, Randy Savage, yeah. And Macho used to say, Randy Savage used to say, you may not like it, but you must accept it. So, you will have to accept that Roman Reigns is still your tribal chief. And you will acknowledge him. I don't care how much you hate him, you have to put respect on his name right now. No matter how much you hate him, that, oh, he's a 947, actually, for this video, 948-day champ. I want him to lose. We don't want this anymore. We want somebody fresh and new. Yeah? Who? This is the third inning, and we got a long way to go. As Roman said at the media scrum. We got a long way to go, and, he's like begging somebody to step up. Who's it gonna be? Ain't gonna be Cody. Well, might not be Cody. Might be Jey Uso. Might be Seth Rollins. I think it's whoever wins Money in the Bank, which could be Seth Rollins, Cody, Eli Drake, LA Knight. Could be anybody, really. But at this point, Roman is well on his way to going 3 full years as champ, and he will hit that sometime in September or early October. So he will hit that magical 1,095 day reign. That's 3 years. So if you do your math and time 365 times 3, that equals 1,095. There will be a test. But I digress. So, right now we are 100 and... Okay, we're at 940... where are we at now? We're 948. Okay, so we have to go... So Roman has to go another 157 days as champ to hit that 3+ year mark. Well, 3 full year mark. And then we'll be talking about 1,100 in June. Not June, I'm sorry, October, going into October and November. I don't think you get to 1,100, I don't think so, but I still think he's going to eventually lose to who knows who at SummerSlam, which probably will be Cody because he's going to have this underdog story where, now he has to redeem himself. He's going to have a redemption storyline where he has to fight his way up the ladder again. No pun intended with Money in the Bank. So that's what's going to happen. He's going to beat Brock most likely at at Backlash. Then I don't know if he's going to be a King of the Ring, but I do see him at Money in the Bank. He's going to qualify for Money in the Bank, win Money in the Bank, and if he's smart, which he's not, he can pull a John Cena and call a shot and say, "Oh, I'm going to win Money in the Bank, and when I do, I'm going to cash in at SummerSlam." So Roman's like, okay, I just got more time to prepare to kick your ass again. In Detroit. And that's what I think the WWE wants to do. They don't want to have Roman lose on international soil like Saudi Arabia or in London for Money in the Bank. They want to do it, or even in Puerto Rico, which he's probably not going to beat her anyway. So probably the titles will change on American soil, and it probably will be around at SummerSlam. And God forbid it's not SummerSlam, it'll probably be whatever the September pay-per-view is, or if they go as far as October. But I probably will not see him going into Survivor Series if they do War Games again. Maybe they can do that, but I don't see him. If he does go the rest of this year, there's definite 1,100 plus, maybe 1,200 days as champ. And then maybe, just maybe, he loses at the Royal Rumble. But at this rate, if Vince is in charge of creative, there is no way that he's going to make Roman lose. And to whoever he decides to push. I just don't see him giving it to Cody, and Cody's going to have like a couple months to a year reign. I just don't see Cody holding the belt for a year. I just don't. Because the fans are gonna partly cheer him, partly boo him, and then they're gonna then when they start booing him, you should have stayed in AEW, you idiot. But the way that WWE is going, everybody wants to leave now. I don't blame them. The Grizzly Young Vets are gone. There's other top stars that might be leaving, including a certain woman named Bayley. That's why she wasn't on Raw last night, because they told her to go home at the last minute. So Io and Dakota go out by themselves and get their butts kicked. And Bayley's like, "Oh, I'm going. Bayley, you don't have to be here tonight. You can go home." And Bayley's like, "Oh, fuck this, man." So there are people in the back, even people on SmackDown, like top people that don't want to have anything to do with Vince McMahon. And I don't blame them. You want to go to greener pastures? Go to AEW. Go to Scott D'Amore. Even go to Japan or Ring of Honor. Just don't work for Vince. Vince is a senile, 77-year-old bastard that doesn't know anything. His ideas are dumb. But the only saving grace for Vince is that he loves Roman Reigns. And he's gonna keep Roman as the champ for however long he wants. And people are gonna get sick of it. Like, oh, why? Roman beat me like 3 times in a row here. What's going on? I don't want to be here. I mean, like, seriously. It is what it is. And even last night, they had the investors, the Endeavor people, backstage. They were, and Vince is running the show, and they want to see like how Vince works in his role as in creative, and they weren't pleased. They were not pleased. So I'm like, well, the only way to get Vince out of creative is to fire his ass from creative. Get back to Triple H. Get him out of there. The morale just went south after WrestleMania. After night 1, really. Night 2 wasn't even that great. And Raw last night was garbage. And I don't blame the wrestlers for having low morale and like, I want to get out of here. I do not blame them one bit. Get out while you can. Some people asking for the release. People are like, well, I'm just going to let my contract run out. I don't know how much time some people have on the contracts. They might have to, they might have a 3-year contract. I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to stay here for 3 fucking years. I work under a douchebag like Vince? Come on. Like, I want out of here. The WWE's dead. It's about to officially die. Again. They basically killed the Triple H era last night with that show. Because Vince was behind all of it. They cut Seth Rollins' segment in the ring, and they showed the video of that. Seth was pissed. I think he cut a promo, but we never saw it. I don't even know if there's a video of what he said on the mic. Maybe he said, "Oh, my segment's cut. This is bullshit." I'd be just pissed too if my segment got cut. And all Seth did was cut a promo backstage about beating Logan Paul, and he's like, "Oh, I want to go out and celebrate with the fans and hit my song." So he goes out, the fans are like, "Oh!" He gets to the ring, and then they go to commercial, they come back, Seth leaves the ring. Make no fucking point. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. That's it. Alright, let's get back to NXT. Alright, so we got Gallus, all reformed Gallus in the back with Mackenzie Mitchell saying this is their kingdom, and basically tell the rest of the tag team division to come get them, or they're going to pick fights with people. And that's that. Alright, then we go to your match of the freaking night. Oh my god, this match was great. We had Ben Frazier, or otherwise known as Nathan Frazier, taking on Dragon Lee. Oh, for 10 minutes. Match of the year candidate. This was fabulous. But before the match, we had something interesting, and that is the return of Noam Dar, who we saw on Raw and SmackDown earlier like a year or two ago. And then he was in the Cruiserweight Classic, which he did decently there. But then he went to NXT UK before, it disintegrated, and it's gone now. And he won the NXT UK Heritage Cup, which is, I think the NXT Heritage Cup is like the, not the G1, the New Japan Cup. So it's kind of like a not a mock per se, but they want to be like New Japan. It's like, hey, here we got a Heritage Cup, but the New Japan Cup is much better looking. I'm just saying. By the way, we got Sakura Genesis, I think, tomorrow night. Well, it's tonight, I think. Well, it's April 5th here in America, so it's April 6th in Japan. So I think it's already happened, or it's gonna happen. I don't know. But I know Mercedes Moné is defending her women's championship against 2 other people. Got that. Should be some good shit. We're getting close to the G1, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait for that. Who's going to be in it? Let's see. Will Bryan Danielson be in it? Maybe. Maybe, just maybe, your good friend and mine, that's Daniel Bryan Danielson will be... hold on a second. Okay. Just had to check something on my my phone. Just to check because I was looking at one of my past videos and I saw a couple of comments from good buddy Little Fettuccine 68 that I don't think I covered that on that show. So I apologize if I didn't see those comments because sometimes I have it on live chat, but then when I look at it on the replay, some of them don't come up, and they come up late after the show is done. So if I don't answer your question, I apologize. That's not my fault, really. It's YouTube's fault. But I mean, if you have questions for me, you can come on in and do it. But if not, just either watch or hit the bricks. That's it. All right, let's get to Nathan Frazier and Dragon Lee match on the freaking night. Like I said, Noam Dar comes out with the NXT UK Heritage Cup. And he talks about how he is back after months away. Well, NXT was gone in, like, what, September? So he's been away for a little over 6 months now. Brags about how awesome the cup is. Did you say awesome? Oh, no. Mike, what do you want? But you said my name. You said how awesome the cup was. Oh, I'm sorry, Gilmore. I thought you said how awesome I am, because you know I'm awesome. I know, Mike. I know you're awesome, but I was talking about the NXT Heritage Cup. What the hell is that? Some cup that they had in NXT UK that looked like the New Japan Cup. You know, I love Japan. I know, I love Japan too. Japan #1. You a crazy bastard in Japan. You know, beating that guy, what's his name? You know. What's his name? The guy that you put face first to exploding barbed wire. Oh, yeah, that guy. I hate that guy. Is he still wrestling? I think he is wrestling in Onita's promotion, FMWE. You know, if you were alive today, I'd love to see you in that promotion beating the fuck out of that guy. Or anybody in that promotion. Even Onita himself. Yeah, because I was a god in Japan. In all those death matches, I was a gladiator. I'm awesome. Yeah, you are awesome, Mike. You should be in the Hall of Fame. But you're not. And you're dead. What do you mean I'm dead? Oh, right. I got this fucking halo. Damn it. All right, Mike, calm down. Anyway, do you have a good day, Mike? Yeah, I had a good day. You know, Mae Young tried to rape me. I didn't want to know that. Anyway, Mike, you know, if I don't talk to you before Easter, I want to wish you a good Easter. Just don't eat all those eggs, okay? You know, don't eat all those chocolate bunnies, you know, that might be given out at the bar or something like that. You know, be easy, okay? Yeah, okay. But you have a good Easter too, Gilmore. If I don't see you and your fans, have a happy Easter. I gotta go. Bye! Okay, get out of here. Get out of here, you fucking bitch. That guy. And if you don't like my Mike Awesome impression, well, fuck you! So I try to bring comedy and satire to the show. I try to do what I can. To try to entertain you. Are you not entertained? For some of you, no. That's your problem. Then you try to be more entertaining, try to do better impressions than me, but you can't. It's a proven fact you can't. And then you want to make fun of me. Oh, he's talking to the dead. He's off his medication. ridiculous fucking idiots saying that. I want my rocker. No, I take my medication. It's not medication that's making me do that stuff. It's just, like I said, satire and comedy. And paying respects to, not disrespecting the dead, like some people think. You think that, then you need a mental evaluation. I'm just making fun. Not making fun, I should say. I'm just trying to entertain you the best I can. And if I don't, I don't. I don't care. Then move on. And if I do, throw up those ones and throw up that like, hit that like button. We already got 3 likes right now. Thank you so much for that. So to the 3 people that liked, thank you for the free review. Whoever they may be, but it's not me doing it. How can I like my own video if I'm live? Oh, but you like it 8 times after the video is done. It's like, oh, there's no proof of that. And even if I did, so fucking what? So what? What's it to you? Who cares? Who cares if I do like my own videos 8, 9, 10, 11 times? Who cares if I did that? It's just pure jealousy. Because you can't get 11, 12, 25 likes on your own video. Because your videos suck. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, moving on. Alright, let's go back to Nathan Frazier and Dragon Lee. So like I said, Noam Dar comes out and brags about how awesome the cup is. So then we get to the match. We have a feeling out process. Not like that. To start, Frazier's headlock doesn't work so well. And then they flip to an early standoff. The fans love it as we go to break. We come right back. Nathan Frazier gets sent into the corner. Then he fights out, but gets caught again with Dragon Lee hitting a top rope double stomp. Kind of circa on, not even Andrade. That guy named Alberto Del. Fuck that guy. Anyway, they get back up. Nathan Frazier kicks Dragon Lee down, setting up a Phoenix Splash for a near fall. Beautiful. Dragon Lee then catches a charging Nathan Frazier and a holy shit sit-out powerbomb for a near fall. Lots of near falls, close calls. The fans were going nuts. I was like, both these guys. So after he hits a sit-out powerbomb, he's up in the corner. And he's ready to finish off Nathan Frazier. Then he hits a running knee smash right in Nathan Frazier's face. 1, 2, 3. Dragon Lee gets his first official win in NXT in a match that was 10 minutes and 10 seconds. 10-10 wins news. Oh, 10-10. The match time was 10-10. But this match was freaking epic. Epic. These guys, great chemistry in the ring. This match slapped you know what. You want to know what makes Daddy Gilmore's dick hard? This match was so good. And that's all I got to say about that. So this match I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was like good pussy. So good. But I digress on that. Let me move on. Alright, then we go to no, they didn't lose, but the University of Chase U! As Mr. Chase gives a lecture, like a post-celebratory lecture, and he's pleased with the win at Stand and Deliver. I messed up the pose, I'm sorry. So Andre Chase is like, we got the school back. Well, I'm all proud of you. He's like, I'm happy with our honorary member, Tyler Bate. And then Duke Hudson is like, I did all the work here. He's like, hey, what about my credit? And then Chase reminds him that, well, I didn't you say you don't like awards? So Duke gets up, cuts up like a big-time speech about everything he did, basically saving Chase U from being turned into Schism U. There's probably not going to be a Schism anymore. Because after the Grizzled Young Veterans got released, now it's just Joe Gacy and Ava Raine. Damn, I feel bad for Joe Gacy. Where does he go now? Where does Ava Rain go? Do they keep Schism as a duo, or they get two new people, whoever they may be? Or they just scrap the Schism gimmick? It's just a shame that the Wrestle Young veterans were treated like shit for the last, how many years were they? Like 3-4 years, I think? Because I know they were in the Dusty Cup like 3 years in a row, got to the finals and lost. Why? When they were red hot. But they lost to Wesley and Zachary Wentz. Or, yeah. Wesley and Nash Carter, you know, the fake radicals, I call them. Blah, 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 blah. And then I forget who they lost. I think they lost to the Undisputed Era one year. I think the first year I forgot who they lost to. But in any case, they should have been tag team champions at least once or twice. And then, you know, they were red hot, got to the finals, but couldn't pull the trigger, so it kind of like an Enzo and Cass type of thing. When they got red hot, and every time they had a tag team title shot, they lose. That was that. And then it became a laughingstock, jobbed. Like almost every time they were in the ring, they jobbed. But they would get wins here and there, but not like minuscule, corny wins. Then it became a laughingstock. And then I was like, just release these guys because they need to go. And then they turned them into the Dyad. They changed their names to Jagger Reed and Fowler, which were horrible names. And I think it was Fowler, you know, the bald guy, who was, I think, Gibson. I think it was Gibson or Drake, whatever one they were. You know, he looks like a reject out of a Marilyn Manson video with the, you know, with that eyeball thing. Just looked ridiculous. They put him in with Joe Gacy. You know, they formed a dyad, and you know, which turned into Schism, but they were known as a dyad, and they went nowhere. I was like, why did you even put him with Joe Gacy? I understand you wanted a big time faction like Schism, but now Schism is gone, and they're gone. Where are they gonna go? Most like, I would think the best place for them to go is Impact. I don't know if Tony Khan what he would do with Gibson and Drake. I don't know what they would be called anyway. Maybe just called Gibson and Drake, because I don't know if that's trademarked or not. That's their real name, so. Who knows? Who knows where the Grizzled Young Veterans will be? But since they got released, they can't wrestle for 60 days. So we won't see them until June. So I doubt they could be at Forbidden Door. No, they will be at Forbidden Door, but... Or they might just appear on a random episode of Dynamite, or maybe an episode of Ring of Honor TV. We'll have to see what happens with that. And now that wrestling's on basically every freaking day, I get to do a video almost every day. But, you know, but sometimes I need to take a day off, which is usually on Saturdays when there's nothing on. Unless there's a big news story, then I would do a video about it, but... And then Sunday too, but most of the time, Saturday and Sundays will probably be off. Like, this weekend, I probably will just do one video on Saturday. Well, maybe I'll just do, you know, I'll continue on the whole week of videos, because Saturday I got to do Battle of the Belts, because I'm not going to do that live on Friday night. So I'll do that sometime Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening. And then Sunday, I'm not going to do a video until probably I get home that night from my Easter festivities with the missus and my family and everything. So I'm going to have a good Easter. And then probably when I come home, maybe take a quick nap. And then I might get up 10, 11 o'clock, maybe just do a quick Easter vlog video on the Shadows Lair, and then that'll be it. Or I might just take the rest of Sunday off and then do the video on Monday. So we'll see what happens with that, how I feel and everything. But, well, we're going to keep going, my friends. We're going to keep going. Positive. Going to keep going. If you don't like it, too bad. All right, so let me move on. Oh, so Chase U, Duke Hudson gets up and talks about everything he did. So Mr. Chase says, you know what, Duke? You're right. Next week, we're going to have an MVP ceremony, and you're going to get an MVP trophy because you basically saved the fucking university. I'm like, okay. That's going to be hilariously boring. But yeah, we got that. Let me move on. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, then we get a video of the Witches of NXT, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. They're ready to defend the tag team titles against all comers. And they start drinking wine. I don't know what the hell they were drinking. Maybe water. They weren't drinking this. They weren't drinking the good old-fashioned Pepsi. Yeah. But it is what it is. And then they were doing some. They were like talking, and then like, ooh, look! And they were like, the water was like changing. I didn't even know if there was a picture in the water they saw. Like, what the hell are they looking at? The reflection? I'm like, I know how beautiful they are, but come on. So I don't know. I didn't. Yeah. Let me move on with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to back with Mackenzie Mitchell and her best friend Wesley, who's proud of what happened on Saturday, calls it his proudest match of his life. And he's like, I knew I picked the right guys to be in the match. JD McDonough, Ilya Dragunov, Axiom, and Dragon Lee. But he says there's still Axiom to deal with, and that's going to be later on. So we'll get that. So I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Then we finally get to a match, and we get to the women's title match between Zoe Stark and Indy Hartwell. It was an interesting match. Booker T on commentary tonight was just weird. He started going, you get it, he's like, black snow, he's like talking like this, black snow, shucky ducky, quack quack, you know. I'm like, can you please, for the love of God, Booker T, stop freaking doing that? Stop smoking a bowl during the match. Black snow. Stop it. imagine if, like, just imagine this. Like, Vince is in gorilla position in NXT, and he's hearing Booker T like, black snow, yeah, and he's like, yeah, doing this and that, and Vince McMahon's like doing a break. He goes to Booker T's ear and goes, Booker, stop it! And Booker's like, what'd I do? Stop it, or you're fired. I'm like, seriously, Booker T, like, calm down? Or as, Issa would say, why are you so crazy? Take it easy. Lay off the weed a little bit. Lay off the bowl. Lay off the cocaine. Come on now. If you want to do cocaine, that's fine, but, don't be like Tony Khan who snorts a lot of cocaine. I'm not going to sit around and deal with this shit. It is what it is. But yeah, Booker T, you need to like slow your roll a little bit. You're not that great on commentary anyway. I can outdo you on commentary 10 times out of 10. 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. Seriously. If you guys want, I'm not demanding you guys do it, but if you're on Twitter, DM Shawn Michaels, DM Hunter, DM Nick Khan for all I care, and tell him, like, hey, we got a guy named Peter Goodwin who could do better commentary than Booker T. I get Kevin Patrick off fucking commentary too. But then again, maybe not, because if I go on Raw, I have to listen to it in my ear every Monday night. Vince, most likely. I'm like, shut up! Let me do my job! I don't have to listen, write the script. Write the script! I'm like, no, I'm unscripted. I'm like Joey Styles. I'm unscripted. I don't have to call people superstars and tell stories. I'm not a storyteller. I tell it like it is. I do the moves like it is. Tope Suicida! Hell, I'll do backstage commentary. Not backstage commentary. I'll do backstage interviews better than Byron Saxton. Fuck that guy. You know what? It should be me and Kathy Kelly on freaking and doing the interviews. I don't need to read the script. I'll just ask them point blank questions. The way it should be. Don't have to read the script. Like beforehand. Oh, you're gonna have to ask him about Roman Reigns. I'd rather be Roman Reigns' personal freaking interviewer. Even though he doesn't, I don't know, man. I wouldn't need, Roman doesn't really need an interviewer. He's got the wise man. But then, you have Caleb Braxton, hounding freaking Heyman. Maybe I can hound Asuka. No, well, Asuka's probably going back to Japan. Io's probably going back to Japan. Fuck! Who can I hound? How about I hound Carmella and maybe make Corey Graves a little bit jealous? What do you think? Who do you think I should hound if I was backstage interviewer? Who should I hound to death? Maybe I'll be Seth Rollins' personal interviewer. That'd be nice. That would be funny, but I don't know. But yeah, I can do better ring announcing than whoever does it. Well, who does Raw? Greg Rome, I think, or Mike Rome, or whatever the fuck his name is. The only thing that Greg Rome or Mike Rome does, the ring announcer for Raw, he thinks he's Justin Roberts and the American Nightmare. I bet you that's piped in Justin Roberts, because I don't think the ring announcer for Raw does it like that. There's no way. And then you got Samantha Irvin on SmackDown. Very underrated, by the way. If you saw her with her introductions during the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns match, that was some epic freaking ring announcing. That was great. I loved it. But still, And then you got Alicia Taylor on NXT, who is very good. Very good. But, you want somebody on commentary, get rid of fucking Kevin Patrick. Get rid of Byron Saxton. I'll do main event. I don't give a shit. But, yeah, I would either do backstage interviews or something else. Or just send a DM to Tony Khan and say, yeah, we got a guy. You got a guy? I got a guy. I know a guy. I'll work for Tony Khan. I'll work for Scott D'Amore. I don't really want to go to Nashville all the time, but, it is what it is. Speaking of Impact, against all odds, and I think June is going to be, it's not going to be pay-per-view. It's going to be an event in June, and it's going to be held in Columbus, Ohio. And the aftermath will be the next night. I forgot what date it was, or sometime in June. So I would think Slammiversary, they got, the next pay-per-view is Rebellion in end of this month. And then I don't know what's going to have to do anything in May. I know June is Against All Odds. I think Slammiversary will either be in May or July. That's the 21-year anniversary of Impact. Crazy to say that. 21 years of Impact Wrestling. 21 years of Ring of Honor, if you think about it, too. But they don't have an anniversary show. Ring of Honor, well, they used to do anniversary shows, but now they don't. But I think the next Ring of Honor show is going to be either it probably will be Death Before Dishonor. Because I don't think they're going to do Best in the World or something like that. The next official Ring of Honor pay-per-view, I'm saying, will probably be Death Before Dishonor in either July or maybe August. Or they go up to, well, they can't do, maybe they could do September, but they have to do it way late in September because of All Out 5. So, but I think the next Ring of Honor pay-per-view, like I said, is going to be Death Before Dishonor. Unless it's changed and maybe they do Glory by Honor. But we all know December is going to be Final Battle 2023. From where? Hopefully New York. And if it's in New York, guess who's going? Hopefully. But then again, the tickets will probably sell out real quick. As soon as they go on sale, gone. And I'll have to be really lucky to find something on StubHub, like a second balcony. I'll get one ticket. I don't care if it's like $90 with fees. It's like it will be $115 at most. I don't care. I'll go. I'll sit in the second balcony for the Ring of Honor show. And as long as there's a pre-show, well, not a pre-show, a meet and greet, I'll meet Claudio. If Claudio's still the champ, I'd like to meet Claudio. I met him before when he was part of the, they did a meet and greet with the Kings of Wrestling, but for some odd reason, it was just Claudio. I don't know where Chris Hero went. I met Chris Hero at an indie show. He was in Brooklyn one time for an indie show. It was Chris Hero. I met Chris Hero, Zack Sabre Jr. Oh, be jealous. With Sami Callihan, be jealous. Brian Cage, be jealous. I wanted to meet Sue Young, but somehow she left. I'm like, where did the fuck she go? I think she had a match, and then the guy at the meet and greet said that she was gonna come back out, and she never came back out. I was like, where did she go? I guess she had to catch her flight. Then again, she might have been scared of me. No, I'm kidding. She wasn't. But yeah, but we had that. But I met so many indie stars that were in different companies that came into New York and my area. So, what do you think? I met James Mitchell. And then next month I'm meeting Camille Brickhouse. But I'm hoping to have, I'll have to see what happens with that money-wise, because, got bills to pay. So, we got that. All right, got some comments that came in. I didn't even see that. All right. My good buddy from the UK. My mate from the UK. Will Rally Sport Rally. How you doing, my friend? Sir! 6:38 in the morning. Top of the morning to you, love. We're going to have tea and crumpets with the Queen. Or maybe bangers and mash. I don't know. But anyway, he says, hi, Pete. Well, hello, sir. Then he says, I also can do better job than Kevin Patrick and Booker T. Both are crap. Yeah, they are. Both suck. Kevin Patrick should either go back to backstage interviews or get the fuck out. Let me and Joe Cronin do it. That's what I think. Fuck JD. JD sucks on commentary too. For House of Boring. But I digress on that. Alright, so yeah, I would think you would do pretty damn good on commentary, I would think. I don't know, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard you do commentary, so I can't judge. But I have done commentary on this very channel. So you just have to go back in my video section and I have a couple for Fighting Spirit Wrestling. I have a couple of videos there. I did epic commentary for. I did one for, I think I did one or two for FBW. That's Five Borough Wrestling. But it was like 2016 stuff. So it's old, like very old. Like when I just started doing commentary. I was rusty. But I had a couple good calls. I'll just say that. So I was just starting, but but I did get noticed from my mentor Joel Maximo. So I almost got some interviews out of that, but didn't really. But I did one for WOW. That was Joe Ocasio versus Ortiz, but now I can't do it because the promoter told me not to do it anymore. Because I didn't want. Because he's like, I'll sue you for copyright. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. It's like, I'll just take pictures and that's it. He's like, that's fine. I can't do it because they put it up on their YouTube channel, so don't want to step on their toes. So, and I can't even do it for WrestlePro either. So I don't want to piss off Kevin Matthews. So, It is what it is. But, check out my past stuff. I already have, like, maybe, I think I have 4 or 5 actual videos or commentary. Not the best, but, that's when I started. But, I do know my good friend Prince Nana very well. Maybe, next time I do talk to him, maybe he could throw, maybe put a good word in for me for Tony Khan. It's like, hey, if you ever talk to Tony Khan and he needs another announcer, hit me up. I'll run down to Florida. Or if Tony pays for my airfare and hotel, I'll go down in a heartbeat. I'll quit my job and it's like, bye, tell Rosa bye, I'm going down to Florida, we gotta go down, let's go. He'll probably have to put us up in a hotel because, I have to buy an apartment, and that's gotta be a lot of money. I mean, I would do something else, but I'm not gonna say it. That's personal stuff. But yeah, Tony Khan puts us in, he puts us in an apartment, pays for rent and all that utilities and stuff. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go down there. I would be down there, dude. And I would do the best job I can. Make that money. Make you all really jealous. You thought the In This Moment video or the my small little point on BTE was something? If I get that job in Ring of Honor or for Dynamite or Rampage or even Elevation, it's over. It is done. All the people that said I'll never be something, you will really kiss my royal ass. But I think my YouTube career will be over because I'll be so much involved in Ring of Honor or AEW. I won't be able to do videos, but maybe I'll do something like BTE. I could do like vlogs. I could still be on YouTube, but just doing vlogs. But then I'll probably step on the toes of the Bucks and Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, and really kind of step on the toes of All Access. So can't really do much behind the scenes stuff. I could do vlogs and just say, oh, I'm here backstage with Ryan Nemeth, the Hollywood hunk. How you doing? Oh, fuck you. I don't want to talk to you. I just wanted to say hello. Here's Anna JAS with a flat ass and a mean attitude. Hey Anna, what's Jungle Boy really like? Then again, I have to stay away from MJF. I'm filming and then MJF shows up like, what are you doing? I'm like, talking to my girlfriend. Then MJF cuts a promo on me, shoots on me and shit. And I'm like, dude, you're a great wrestler and all. You cut great promos, but really, dude, how do you get rid of a hot piece of ass like Naomi, your ex-fiance? Oh, that's right, you have a micro cock. See, I've been with my girlfriend for 15 years. Thursday, 15 years with the you-know-who. 15 long, hard years with the bowling chain. So, happy anniversary to me and Rosa. But I digress. But in any case, yeah, MJF, I've been with my girlfriend for 15 years. What does she look like? Not as great as your ex-fiance, but, I could probably get more pussy than you do. At least I have a bigger dick than you. Now, get out of here. I'm working. Bitch. Anyway. But I digress. Alright, move on. Chelsea Green is funny backstage. Samantha Irvin is great. Ricochet's girlfriend. She gets a lot of praise on Twitter of all people. Yeah, Samantha, like I said, Samantha Irvin is... She's not like Lillian Garcia. Because Lillian Garcia was great back in the day. But Samantha Irvin is pretty damn good. Alicia Taylor for NXT. Perfect. But I don't think they'll ever hit the level of Mike McGurk. If you all remember Mike McGurk back in the 80s. When her and Howard Finkel used to do ring announcing together for a major promote. Well, I think it was just for MSG. I don't think it was. I think they did like WrestleManias together. So, go figure. The legendary Mike McGurk, who should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know why she's not. And yes, her name might be Mike, but she's a woman. She's a real woman. Just saying. And speaking of women, I wanted to do a rant on this, but I'm just going to save it for this video. I'm not going to do a full rant video on it. But Rick Steiner, fuck you, dude. Like, seriously, fuck you. For what you said about Giselle Shaw. Those homophobic comments you made about her at WrestleCon. That's why you've been banned from WrestleCon. Fuck you, Rick Steiner. Fuck you. I'm not praising Giselle Shaw and anything. I'm not like one of those people, you know, I'm not defending, you know, transsexuals or anything like that. I just think that what Rick Steiner said and did at WrestleCon was really fucking stupid. So, fuck him. And then I found out, I was listening to Francine, you know, the Queen of Extreme, Francine from ECW. She put up a video today talking about Melina got kicked out of WrestleCon because she got into a fight with somebody. She was throwing fists at, I don't know, it was at another woman or a guy. I don't know what the whole story was because I caught it in advance because it was a premiere, so I caught it like midway through. And I was like, what the fuck? Melina gets kicked out of WrestleCon? What the hell is going on here? It's like WrestleCon is a place where people fight and then get kicked out or get banned. Maybe they shouldn't have WrestleCon. You know, I mean, if you come here to New York, you have the big event. I think it's called the big event in I know there's one in November. Then I think there's one around WrestleMania weekend. So they usually don't have anything like what happened at WrestleCon. They just got people that don't use deodorant. That's an inside joke, but I digress. But yeah, craziness this weekend during WrestleMania weekend at WrestleCon. Creepy stuff. But yeah, like I said, Rick Steiner, go fuck yourself. That's all I got to say about that. And as far as Melina goes, I don't know if it's true that she threw fists at somebody and then she got kicked out of WrestleCon, which kind of sucked because a lot of people love Melina. I love Melina. She knows I love her. I met her twice, and the first time I met her, it's like I told her that I'm petitioning for her to get in the Hall of Fame. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much." She gave me a big smoochy. Not on the lips, but on the cheek. And then the second time I met her was at WrestlePro. After her, at the end of the show, at the end of the night, I met her and JC Storm, the beautiful JC Storm, who's on my Facebook and my Instagram page, along with the beautiful Angelica Risk, if you know who she is. The woman that throws that ass back. Holy shit. You know, I saw her like near the end of the show and everything when she was in New York, and she was talking to somebody, and it's like, oh, you have, it's like, she was like talking to some guy about Instagram. It's like, oh, I have Instagram too. It's like, oh, you do? I go, yeah. And so I took out my phone, showed her my Instagram page, and instantly she freaking followed me. How about that? I didn't beg her or anything like that. Oh, please follow me on Instagram. No, I don't do that shit. I ask nicely. If they want to follow me on Instagram, that's fine. On Twitter, you know. JC Storm follows me on Instagram and Twitter. Not Twitter, Facebook. So, you think I can't get wrestlers to follow me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook? Think again, motherfuckers. I had Mick Foley follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And he even retweeted me. How do you think Rosemary retweeted me when I did that Prophecy is Real video? That's a real video because Rosemary herself, and it's a real account on Twitter, which is when I tweeted something about the prophecy, And then she retweeted it. I was like, surprised. I was like, what? Rosemary, of all people, retweeting me? Well, because she's my demon assassin bride, of course. But I've had, like, wrestlers retweet me out of the blue sometimes. Even Tony Khan retweeted me one time. I can't find the tweet, though, but he did retweet me one time. So, it's good to know people. It's good to know. But I digress. All right. Yeah, Chelsea Green, as far as today was her birthday. So happy birthday. Well, yesterday, as of this video, yesterday. So happy post-birthday, well, belated birthday to Chelsea Green, the resident Karen. You need to stop stealing hats from Maria Brink's catalog. Stop it. Only Maria Brink can wear those blood hats back in the day. So that's where she got them from. When Maria Brink was doing the blood tour, she had all those hats that looked like M. Bison from Street Fighter. But she changed them up and look way better. Just look it up. But I digress. But yeah, Samantha Irvin is great on ring announcing. Great. But like I said, not as great as Mike McGurk. Let me move on. I'm from exactly the same place as Wade Bennett. So if you don't mind his voice on SmackDown, you won't mind me. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't mind. Bad news, Wade Bennett. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you, Michael Cole. The Bullhammer. I love Wade Barrett on commentary. I think he's better off on NXT than SmackDown, but, he's doing a good job on SmackDown. He's doing a good job. Not as great as Pat McAfee, but a good job. We move on. And that's pretty much it. All right, last comment from Will Rally Sport Rally. Excalibur is easily the worst commentary in wrestling. I don't know about that. Saying 20 matches in 5 seconds is stupid. Stop it, Excalibur. Oh, you don't like him running down the card for Dynamite or for a pay-per-view and he does it like a minute really fast? You don't like that? Come on now. I think it's great. The AEW World Championship title is on the line. The TNT title's on the line. Wardlow faces Powerhouse Hobbs. Adam Cole faces Bryan Danielson in a cage. And he's like, I don't know. I'm just kind of emulating him, but it's still. I don't know how he doesn't catch his breath after 60 seconds or however amount of seconds he does. But then you hear freaking Tony Baloney, Schiavone, it's like, that is the greatest thing in the history of this sport. Sometimes when Tony Baloney says that, I'm like, I cringe a little bit, but then I'm like, yeah, it's true. He's like, Orange Cassidy is like the greatest thing since sliced bread. The power of the pants! I mean, I love Excalibur. I mean, I do. Especially when it was in PWG. I mean, he still does PWG. He's the owner of PWG. If you didn't know that. But yeah, sometimes Excalibur goes a little bit overboard with his commentary. A little bit, not a little bit, I should say a lot. Tope Suicida! But you gotta love Excalibur, you do, man. He's now in the Indie Hall of Fame. It's amazing, that guy. Amazing. Tope Suicida! Oh my god! 1, 2! 2 and 3! He gets so excited. I'm like, calm down, dude. It was not a big time match. He gets excited for it. Come on. Slow down. Take it easy. Take it easy. Okay. All right. Wow, just seen that Melina news. Oh my god. Oh my god. Physical altercation at the WrestleCon Hotel on Friday and chucked out of WrestleCon. Not allowed back. Yeah, she got the Rick Steiner treatment. Per PW Insider paywall. I heard it. I heard it on Francine's show on YouTube show. Eyes Up Here. I think it's called Eyes Up Here podcast on YouTube. Yeah, they were talking. She was talking about it. I'm like, what the fuck? Who did she get into an altercation with? Some stupid bitch? Or just a random bitch? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, but you know, she got kicked out of WrestleCon, never to come back again. That sucks. That might ruin a lot of her meet and greets. Because, you know, people are going to want to book her for meet and greets, and they're going to see, like, oh, she got kicked out of WrestleCon, so she won't do any, like, big conventions, like the big event in New York City, or Comic-Con, or Dark Side of the Ring Con, I'm hearing, something like that. But, it sucks, man. It fucking sucks. But Rick Steiner deserved it. Melina, not so much. I don't think so. But just me. Glad Corey Jade returned. She's great. Yeah. Oh my God. Did you see how great she looked? She changed her hair color. She has like black hair, and now she has like blonde streaks on the top of her head. And I think she stole something out of Mandy Rose's closet. Because damn, she looked fine. Holy crap. I was like, damn, Daddy Gilmore's dick was getting hard. Holy shit. And then she had that confrontation with Lyra, I think it was Lyra Valkyria. And man, did Lyra Valkyria look good. Woo! Booty meat tonight on freaking NXT. Well, not with Indy. Well, with Indy and, you know, well, Zoe Starks is always looking good. Indy, you know, she likes girls, which doesn't, you know, I'm all for that. You know, I love lesbians and everything, but, you know. Just if you need a third partner, you know, call me up. But just kidding. Unless it's Oscar and Kyrie, and you know, or Oscar and Io, then I'm always the third partner there. I'm always the sandwich. I'm in the middle. I'm like an Oreo cookie. Or you know, in the case of Io and Oscar, or Io and Kyrie, or whatever threesome there is, I'm like the the fortune in that fortune cookie. And it's a good fortune. Because I got the steak. And they love the milk, if you know what I mean. But I digress. But damn, yeah, Corey Jade, whoo, smoking hot. Smoking. And another person that was smoking hot was Tiffany Stratton. They got some good-looking women in NXT. Mandy, when she was there. Gigi Dolan is amazing. You know, Priscilla Kelly, she looks fucking hot. JC Jane, hot. Tiffany Stratton, hot. Alexa Lopez, muy caliente, hot. Kiana James, smoking hot. Lyra Valkyria, hot. Isla Dawn got a big booty. You know, Kaylee Ray, Alba Fire, that looks pretty good. Who else? Valentina Ferraz, smoking hot Spanish chick. I think she's Spanish. Who else? Who's her partner? Valentina Ferraz and I can't think of her name. I know she's Italian, but I can't think of her name. That she used to team up with, you know, it's her and then some other girl that got injured with her leg. I can't think of her name. But, yeah, you got that. Sol Ruka is kind of like, she's okay looking, nothing great, but, you know. Roxy, even though she's 21, she can still get it, you know. Well, man, there are a lot of hot women in NXT. And on AEW television too. You know, there's a lot of good-looking women in wrestling these days. You know, that I would love to hug. Gotta be nice. I'll be nice. I'm not gonna be a simp. Because I'm not a simp. You know, people think I'm a simp for Issa. Well, fuck you, Dylan. But I digress on that. I'm not a simp for Esau. You know, I might love her, but I say weird things about her, you know, damn legs, back out, King, them legs, King, back out, you know. But she has amazing legs. I mean, come on. They're like boa constrictor legs. I mean, she wraps her legs around you, forget it, you're dead. You wouldn't want to get up. I'll tell you that much. But, you know, as much as I like her, I have to respect her because I don't want to be like that. Those people that say, "Oh, I would love to bang you," you know. I mean, yeah, but you know, You know, me, if I went out with Issa for drinks, I gotta be careful because, you know, she can get wildly, maybe she might get wild drunk and God forbid she has the drunk sex with me. Holy shit. I have to be careful. I'm like, I don't know about this, you know. I don't want you to wake up like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I would just run out really quick, you know. Have the drunk sex and she won't remember. You're like, what happened? Why am I naked? And then I see you next morning and say, did we have sex? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I just remember taking you to your room and then I left. Be smart, guys. Be smart. Unless, you know, you're willing, want to do the drunk sex, but, you know, sometimes if you're not feeling it, you think it's a bad idea, then quickly get out. Unless I mean, if you want free pussy, then, you know, you can't give up free pussy. I mean, come on. Seriously. Doesn't matter how, if she's a hot chick, you know, want to have the drunk sex, then if you want it, then do it. You know, don't give up free pussy. But if you think it's just a bad idea, you don't want to, you know, if it's a good friend of yours, and you know, you think it's weird, just get out of there. Because then it will look really awkward. But I digress on that. But let's move on. All right. That's it for now. All right. So let's get back to NXT. So we had Indy Hartwell and Zoe Stark for the NXT Women's Championship. How much power do I got? Oh, I got enough. All right. Indy's defending, slips away to start. Zoe hits a running kick to face for a near fall. And it's like, it's all shocked because Indy kicked out. Indy gets sent into the corner but goes out with a hard right hand for a near fall. Then another hard shot by Indy puts her down. As we go to break, we come right back. Indy fights out of a cravat, but gets taken down with a clothesline for a near fall. Indy makes a quick comeback, hits a top rope elbow, not a macho man elbow from the heavens. Ooh, yeah, dig it. Anyway, she hits that for a near fall. Zoe tries to move, but gets hit with a spine buster by Indy for a near fall. Then she hits the flipping knee to face, which could have won her the title, but Indy was smart and rolled to the outside, and she looked like she was out of it. But so can't win the title on the outside, so Zoe had to throw her back in. She goes for the cover, and Indy kicked out at 2. But then Indy quickly rolled Zoe up with a crucifix pin. 1, 2, 3. Indy Hartwell retains the NXT Women's Championship in over 10.5 minutes. Match was all right. Gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's that. So, you know, they're going to make Indy, you know, be like the champion that, you know, you think he's going to lose, but somehow she perseveres and gets that hard-fought win. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen with her. But I don't think she's going to hold the title that long. I think she's going to lose at a battleground to probably these two women. That's Tiffany Hogan brother or the returning Corey Jade. Because after the match, Tiffany Stratton, who looked fabulous, as she always does, Daddy, look at me! I need your credit card. I gotta buy more dresses that make my boobs look bigger. Can I have my credit card? Yes, Pumpkin. You can get anything you want, Pumpkin. I love you. Thank you, Daddy. Bye. Okay. But anyway, she looked amazing. She comes out and stares at Indy, but then the returning Corey Jade, who I haven't seen since January, since I think the last time we saw her was at New Year's Evil. She comes in to jump Indy from behind, and then she takes the title and holds it up, saying, "This is my title." Then she drops it on the ground. Then she goes out of the ring, and then she stares down Tiffany Stratton, who's like, "Bitch, I'm not impressed." So, you know, we got a couple of challenges for Indy now. We got Tiffany Stratton and Corey Jade. And maybe, just maybe, Lyra Valkyria. And we got Roxy to think about, too, you know. So, there's 5 women going after Indy, so look out. We'll see what happens with that. But damn, Corey Jade looked hot. Smoking hot. Not the same old skater girl we used to know. I think she stole Mandy Rose's merchandise. Not merchandise. Her clothes from her closet. And that's pretty much it. And we move on. All right, I got a comment came in. Mohammed Belzine, what's going on, brother? Happy late on a late Tuesday. Well, I get it now. Happy late on a late Tuesday night, Peter Joseph. I hope you are doing well, and same with everyone here in the live chat. Or watching. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. At 2:06 in the morning. Thank you very much. I'm doing pretty good. Or as Bubba J would say, doing pretty good. Got my Pepsi. Doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Gonna enjoy the rest of my week. I got Easter. Gonna have a good Easter. I hope you, if you celebrate Easter, I hope you have a good Easter. I know Real Rally Sport Rally will have a good Easter. And everybody else who watches, hope you have a good Easter. But if you're an obsessed troll, then you should have a bad Easter. But I digress on that. But like I said, I care less about those naysayers who really don't have any lives and they need a mental evaluation. But they just need to hop off. It's just been ridiculous the last year and a half, last few months. But I care less for them now. I don't care. They can fall off a bridge and I won't care. But I digress. Let's move on. But thank you there, Mohammed. Thank you. Anyway, let's move on. All right, after that, we go to the back where we have the resident virgin who got the first base. That's Brooks Jensen begging his girlfriend, per se, Kiana James. They kissed, I think it was when they kissed. Last week they kissed. But then, if you saw at Stand and Deliver, Jensen kind of fucked up because, Kiana wanted to cheat to retain the titles, which they lost to Eastern Dawn and Alba Fire. So Jensen's trying to beg Kiana for forgiveness, and then Fallon Henley and Josh Briggs come in, and Fallon comes in to say, well, you should be mad at her, you should be mad at her because she's cheating on you. So Kiana says, well, I was dating around, I was playing a field because we weren't exclusive. And, she was mad at Jensen for saying that, oh, we're now exclusive. And then she's like, we had our first kiss and it was special. And then I think Jensen was like, oh, I wanted to be more special. He wanted to, get past first base. He wanted to bang her. I mean, come on. You had that first kiss, you want another one and another one and another one, and pretty soon you want to suck them titties and tap that ass, and come on. But wait for the right time, there, Jensen. Don't just go right into fucking, come on. That's like a pet peeve of mine. Like every time when I started going out with women, I was never the guy to be like, I'm gonna fuck this girl on a first date. I mean, my first actual date I went on was with this girl. I went out with this girl I met on way back when, AOL chat. And I know I'm going off topic and I don't give a shit, but yeah, I mean, we went to the movies. We saw I think we saw Euro Trip. Remember that movie? And we just sat next to each other and nothing happened. I did hug her on the way into the movie, but on the way back, I had I took her to the bus because you got to take the bus home. So waiting for the bus, and then we're just hugging. That's it. That's all we did was hug. I got a hug, and then I was like, can I get another hug? I felt like stupid. I felt like I was like asking for too much. So that was that. And then I called her up like the next day. I said, did I do anything that might have offended you? And if I did, I'm sorry. She's like, no, I had a good date. We were going to set up for another one, but I think she went to school in Boston. That shithole in Boston. But never saw her again after that. But then I went out with another girl who had social anxiety issues. And I was like, I wanted to get with her, but because she was really attractive looking, but she had problems problems going out. I there's one time we were walking around my not my area I live now. I used to live, man, she was like she was like, get me out of here, just take me home. I'm like, why? It's like, I have social anxiety disorder, I was like, I can't be around people. I'm like, what? That's crazy. So I had to take her back to her house, and we just stood on her porch, and we were just talking. But yeah, kind of threw me off a little bit. But yeah, all the other girls I was with before I got with my ex-girlfriend Ashley Marie, I didn't have any intention to sleep with them on the first day because I'm not that type of guy to do that. But when I met my ex-girlfriend, the very first time we met, we banged, but we knew each other for like almost like a few months. So it's like, I guess that kind of breaks my promise, But, so yeah, when I met my actual first girlfriend, Ashley Marie, we banged on the first date when she first came down to see me and everything. So, blah blah. I know I'm getting personal. I don't give a shit. But yeah, but when I got with Rosa, first date was good, and then it ended badly. That's when we had our first kiss and everything. Blah blah blah. We didn't do it, of course, but we saved that for way later. But yeah, I'm not the type of guy that would have sex on the first date. I'm not. I mean, if it happened, I'm like, the moment's right. If she's DTF, the moment's right. You didn't go ahead and do it, but just remember to wrap up that burrito. But I think personally, for a guy like me, I'd rather just wait maybe a date or two, maybe about the third or fourth date if it's going well. The first date is great. Go on to the second date, that's great. Then you start thinking about the third and fourth date, getting a little bit more heated and, maybe getting past first base. Maybe get to second base. Maybe she starts sucking your, pinga, your cock and everything. And then it's like, from there, it's like, forget it. You go to fifth, sixth, seventh date, 2-3 months in. I mean, if you're having that sex in 3, 4, 5 months, then there's something wrong with you. There is something wrong with either you or the girl who's not putting out. I'd give it 3 to 6 months if I'm with a girl. I want to, if it's going well, maybe in a month, we do the vertical, horizontal sex positions and all that shit. We get it done, we get the business done. But then, it's all a matter of, the moment and, whenever you're ready. Just don't go in and say, hey, let's have sex, Gotta have the right moment, And if it's the right moment, then you'll know. I had to teach a friend of mine that. A friend of mine named, I'm not going to give his name, but I've had a friend of mine in freaking college. He was like, he was like asking me, he's like, if you and your girl had sex, I'm like, I don't want to get that personal, but yeah. It's like, how is it? Is it good? I'm like, what do you think? Duh. And then he did the funniest thing one time. I was at the radio station doing a basketball game. Before I was going to the gym, we were like talking. There was like a bunch of other people in the station, and this African American girl asked my friend. She goes, hey, have you ever had sex with a black girl? And he says the most funniest thing. You're gonna laugh at this. He says, I've never been with a black girl, but I had a black bagel. I was like, dude, really? Black bagel? I'm like, come on. I'm like, dude, I've been with a black girl before. Not sexually, but I've been with a black girl. I'm like, really, dude, black bagel? Everybody at the radio station freaking laughed up a storm. I was like, dude, you just embarrassed yourself. Black bagel. It could be worse. It could be Snoopy Dog. But that's another story for another time. But yeah. But I had to teach him all that shit. And finally, he got with the first girl he got with, and then, he got with her, he did the deed and everything. He's like, and then he brags to me about it. He's like, oh, I finally had sex. It was great. I'm like, oh, good for you. Good for you. A little bit TMI, but, good for you. And now he's with, like, I don't know what he's doing now, but he's probably been with, like, 5 chicks. You always remember your first time, and then, After a while, you know, it gets sometimes it gets better, sometimes it gets worse. But for me and the missus, always gets better. It's been going good for about 15 years, but now it's kind of like, you know, my stamina is not like it used to be. I'll just say that. But still got the stick. I still make her, you know, I make her acknowledge me. I'll just put it that way. But we move on. Okay. Too much information tonight. Let's just move on from that. Anyway, okay. Right, Muhammad says, don't want to get off topic here. If Vince McMahon wants to get his company back, he needs to have change his mindset in order to prevent future damages in terms of having creative goals. You think? I think if WWE wants to get better, Vince has to go. Vince has to get fired by Endeavor. They need to get him out of creative. Seriously, like, now. Because that show, Monday Night Raw, I don't know how they did a 2.26 rating, but that show was really, really, really Vince-like. It was bad. And the fans hated it. They were about to revolt. Especially on Twitter. They revolted on Twitter. This sucks. Vince is in charge. WWE's dead. And then all the people in the back are like, oh, fuck, Vince is back. I'm out of here. I don't want to be part of this shit with the merger and everything. Like, I don't want to be here with Vince, you know? So, and Endeavor was backstage at Raw, and they saw what Vince was doing, how he runs creative. They fucking hated it. It's like, oh, he's not doing a good job. If I was him, I would have just said, yo, get off commentary. You're out of here. Get the fuck out. Just, let's see what Paul does. Let's see what Triple H does. I can only imagine what SmackDown's going to be like this Friday night. If it's the same fucking bullshit that we saw on Raw, this merger ain't going to last long. I'll tell you that much. I would think that the UFC and Endeavor are going to renege on their... I just said the N-word. I said renege. That means back out. So they're going to renege on their, you know, merging with WWE. They're going to back out. And then, you know, God forbid somebody else buys the WWE, like, you know, some schmucks at Disney, or some schmucks in Saudi Arabia, or maybe Peacock, or NBC Universal, which is really Peacock. I would hate to even buy the WWE at this point right now. The way that Vince is doing this shit at 77 years old, probably got dementia. Well, I think he does, because I back then when an old used to be old friend of mine, Prince Idol. Some of you remember Prince Idol, some of you don't. Yeah, his cousin Swerve Strickland used to, when he was in NXT, you know, he told his cousin, who then told me, that Vince has dementia. And I broke the news. I was like, oh, Vince has dementia. And nobody believed me. I think he really he has something. Alzheimer's, he's got dementia. I don't know what the fuck he thinks sometimes. He changes the script at the last minute, and then during the show, he's changing things. He's cutting segments, like the Seth Rollins segment. He takes Bayley out at the last minute. Says, oh, we don't need you tonight. I'm like, get this motherfucker out of the company. Seriously, I think if he dies, then WWE would be 10 times, not even 10, a million times better if Vince dies. Like the whole the whole CM Punk thing. WWE would be much better when Vince McMahon dies. I agree. I agree with Phil Brooks. I fucking agree with him. Because last night, the Triple H era died. He cut that promo and it was like, goodbye. We're not going anywhere, but yeah, I am. Go back to my COO job, and Vince is going to do creative and kill the company even more. That's what we're going to see. Ridiculous freaking matches and freaking ridiculous segments. Like, what? Yeah, but Vince, get the fuck out. Take your old, wrinkly, pimply ass and get the fuck out. You 77-year-old senile dementia bastard. Fuck you, Vince. As long as you don't fuck up, you know, with Roman. That's the only thing that he likes is Roman Reigns being champion for almost 3 years. And Roman will hit 1,095 days, which is 3 full years as champ in September. Not beginning of September, I think late September, early October. And like I said, Roman can go 3+ years and then never relinquish the title. He should have just it's like, I'm too old for this. I beat everybody. And then you got guys like, oh, Bron Breakker will come in. Oh, you never beat me. Then they have a match at the Royal Rumble and Roman beats the fuck out of him, and then whoever wins the Royal Rumble will get beat at WrestleMania 40. At this point, Roman's probably going to hold the belt till WrestleMania 40. Unless, they're doing the whole Cody redemption storyline where he just beats, people he's going to beat Brock at Backlash, and then he'll, maybe he's going to maybe win Money in the Bank, and that's probably when Roman will lose. It's probably going to be either at Money in the Bank or most likely SummerSlam, because I think they want to change the titles on U.S. soil, not do it internationally. So, get ready for whatever SummerSlam is, because that could probably be the end of the official Roman Reigns bloodline era. It'll be over. But we'll see what happens. But you will acknowledge us, because when 1,000 days is slowly coming at the end of May. So by NXT Battleground, I think that's the official day, or maybe the 27th, I think it is. 27th to 28th, somewhere around that time, around Memorial Day weekend, Roman will hit 1,000 days as champ. But I think, but if it's not on Friday Night SmackDown, before the 1,000 days, they're going to have a celebration for him. Or they'll do it on Raw the next, on Memorial Day. So on Memorial Day, they'll probably do Roman Reigns 1,000 days as champ. Right after King of the Ring. And they'll set up for the July pay-per-view, which is Money in the Bank. So by that time, it'll be 1,031, maybe 35 at most, by the time we hit Money in the Bank. So, the streak that will never end. It feels like The Undertaker. He's never going to lose at WrestleMania. And then he finally lost to Brock Lesnar, which I thought was ridiculous. He should have he should have lost to CM Punk at WrestleMania 29. I'm being real. He should have lost to Punk at WrestleMania 29. Or Orton at, what year was that? 26? It was 26 or 20, no. Not 26. Was it 27? That Orton and Taker fought? I think it was 27. Somewhere around there. But yeah, Orton or Punk should have beat him to end the streak. Not Brock. Or then it should have just kept going. Then maybe Roman would have done it at WrestleMania 31. Because he's only had, 3 losses? And one was to Brock, one was to Roman. I forgot that there was another one I think he lost at WrestleMania. I think he's had 3 losses. 2 or 3 losses, I think. If he has 3, I forget the third one. But it is what it is. But yeah, Roman's having that reign that nobody, and I mean nobody, is ever gonna even come close to. Even though Bianca Belair is starting to get there, she's at 368 days as World Women's Champion right now. So she's about to, she's 1 year plus. So, she's got another year to go to hit 2 years. Well, I don't think she's going to hit 2 years. I don't think so. But, if her and Rhea Ripley are going to fight at WrestleMania 40, then yeah, should probably go the rest of the year as champ. Get to Mania. But then again, if they do it at Mania, who wins the Women's Royal Rumble match? I would think either Rhea loses the title somewhere down the line, or maybe Bianca loses the title somewhere down the line, then she wins the Royal Rumble for the second time, then she faces Rhea, who has the title, or they just merge the titles at WrestleMania. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. But it looks like they're teasing Rhea versus Bianca at WrestleMania 40, so there you go. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, Vince needs to go. Sorry to hear that you are suffering from social anxiety. No, I'm not. Actually, I'm not. That was an older person I used to date. I don't suffer from social anxiety. I'm friends with everybody. Well, not everybody, but you know, just certain people I'm good friends with. But you know, I like to meet new people. But if you talk about me behind my back, then I'm gonna say something. So. I mean, you don't have to like me, you know, you may think I'm an asshole, but I'm an honest asshole, but in any case, I'm a good guy to get along with, you know, just takes a little bit of time, but it is what it is. But, you know, I don't have social anxiety disorders. I like to go out with friends and here and there when I'm not busy, so hang out with my friends at wrestling events or concerts, you know, I like to go out once in a while, you know, with the missus, of course, too, my family and my friends and my relatives and everything. So I like to go out. I don't have social anxiety disorder. I have anxiety, but I don't have anxiety disorder. Social anxiety disorder. I just have anxiety and depression. That's all I got. But anyway, it's very common. Whenever I'm struggling with something, I like to work on it by practicing. That's how you get better. Yeah, practicing what? That's kind of weird. Practicing what? Don't answer that. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but, you know, when I'm struggling with something, you know, I pray to God and everything, you know, pray to the Lord. Or I listen to some music. Music really calms my soul, and that's what it is for. It's to soothe your soul. So I listen to some... I always break out the In This Moment. Now I'm, like, breaking out Nickelback. I mean, come on. I love Nickelback. Sue me. I like Nickelback. I like Creed back in the day. You know? I really like anything, well, except for certain things I don't really want to put on. Like, I'm not going to put on Justin Bieber, baby, baby, baby. I'm like, oh, that. I'm like, that'll make me even more mad. You know? I'm like, fucking shit! Throwing things at the TV and breaking the TV. You know? Or beating up the wrestling cat. No, I'm kidding. I like beating up the wrestling cat. How you doing, wrestling cat? How you doing, wrestling cat? You geek. I got poo-poo. Okay. She's sleeping right now, so I just woke her up. How you doing? Go back to sleep. She's a good pussy. Cat. But I digress. Oh, yeah, but, you know, when I'm struggling with something, I just put on some heavy metal, like In This Moment, or fucking Slayer! Or anything, really. Any good rock and roll, like Metallica, or, you know, some good stuff. Even I'll put on some classic rock, like some Pink Floyd or something like that. It calms me down, or I'll talk to my friends, or go for a walk. If it's nice and sunny and warm. I don't go out in the winter for like a walk. I'm like, fuck, I'm cold. Yeah. But yeah, I get what you're saying there. Yeah, anxiety is a pain in the ass. Depression is a real pain in the ass. That's why, you know, that's why I'm going on my journey to get into better health right now. I'm on good medication right now. Just focusing on myself and not focusing on drama or any bullshit on this garbage fest of a website. I can care less what those idiots do in their life. Their pathetic life. Because that's what they are. They're pathetic. I don't care. I don't care about those people anymore. I don't. I'm focusing on myself and doing the videos I like to do. And if they don't like it, I don't care. They can do their own boring as fuck videos that gets 5 hits. I get more hits. And I'm actually getting more subs lately, which is great. Thank you. I got a ton of subs on this channel. Not a ton, but I got a few more. I got up to 430 subs, now I'm at 429. So thank you for the people that sub. Some of them are real actual people, so thank you for that. I got a couple new subs on my Metal Guide channel. And my video on Bushwhacker Butch it's doing pretty good. He got over 100 subs in over a day. That's pretty damn good. Not great, but still, it's good. He's good. So check that out on the Metal Guy channel. So I got a couple subs there, and you know, so I get a little bit here and there, a little bit, you know. Sometimes it's, you know, you can't. Sometimes you know, when you go to your you know, you go to see who subbed to you. Well, I have it on private, so because I don't want anybody to know who subbed to me. I could care less, but anyway. But It was real people. And sometimes it's real people that sub to me. Sometimes it's these mongoloids with their 6,000 fake accounts just to just want to keep tabs on me. That's called obsession. I'm not subbed to any of those jerks. But I digress. I care less. I care less for their channels that are basically dead. My channel, they think my channels are dead. No, they're not dead. They're just getting started. But I digress. I've been on this website for 14 years almost, and I'm one of the OGs. Like Wrestling Otaku is an OG. He says I've been on longer than him, but there's guys like Jeff the Iceman who's on and off. He's like one of the OGs. I came in during the same time as that guy that used to be around here named Wrestling Jesus. Alrighty, that guy. He was one of me and him were the pillars of the former YWC. Now basically there is no YWC. It's basically dead. There is no wrestling community. As much as people like JD wants you to believe there is an IWC. He thinks he's the king of the IWC. No, he's the king of fucking his cat. That's what he does. He fucks his cat. Fuck him. And fuck his Braves too. And fuck House of Glory. Sorry, I know there's a lot of good people there, but I just don't really follow the product. I don't really go to the product because it's in Queens, and I don't really go to Queens a lot. I don't go to House of Glory. I mean, it's a good promotion and all, but it's good wrestlers. So no disrespect to the wrestlers. I just don't really like going there. I don't really support it that much, and I don't want to go to a House of Glory thing. And God forbid I see JD. I'll just walk right past him. He says, "Hey, are you Peter Gilmore?" I'm like, "No, not him anymore." I'll be like, "No, that guy died." Like, "No, I'm Peter, but I'm Peter Joseph. Peter Gilmore died like a week or so ago. No, he gone. He dead now. He dead now." He tries, JD tries anything, I'm just gonna walk away from him. I don't give a shit what he says. I'll just say, "Yeah, good luck to your Braves, asshole. Go do your boring commentary." And I'll just hang out with my friends. I don't give a shit about JD. JD can suck dick. For all I care. And play with it, and he sucks dick and he fucks his cat. That's the only pussy he can actually get. But I digress. Anyway, move on. If you're struggling with something, work on it. Yeah, by practicing whatever that may be. That's fine. Good. Prince Idol rocks. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Prince Idol. I don't think I should. We had some good times back last year. With Lauren and Nick and all the people that I hung out with back in the day, and then I threw them all under the bus with that stupid situation in September and then in October where basically everybody threw me under the bus and didn't want nothing to do with me anymore. But I mean, it is what it is, More power to them, I hope they have a good life in the future, but if they ever came back and say, they're sorry about what happened, this and that. I mean, I apologize so many times to them. They don't want to hear it. That's fine. I don't care. But, I had good times with Prince Idol. Even though I think he was gassing my head up so much with, tell me so inside information about a certain clown, Clown's View. But I don't care about him. I don't care about that guy anymore. That clickbaiting bastard. But I care less what he does on his dead, his dead channel with 126,000 subs that are all of them are fake. But it is what it is. I care less. But me move on with that. But yeah, I had good times with Prince Idol. I had very good times. But will me and him ever get back together again? Probably not. Me and Lauren getting back? I doubt that because I said something bad about cancer, to some guy, and I regret saying that to him. And I don't care what he thinks, but if he wants, he did what he did. It was bad. It was just heat in the moment stuff, But But I don't want to talk about the stuff from last year. Focusing on this year. So I wanted to apologize to Lauren for that because she lost her mom due to cancer. So I wanted to apologize, and she didn't really. I knew she was not going to even take my apology. She still hasn't, but if anybody knows her, and at least tell her I said hi. That's it. And Prince Idol, the same thing. I'm just focusing on me, and that's it. Then let them live their own lives. Like people like Eric Lima, and Jordan, and Brandon, and all the people like Double Z and fan of YouTube, and Chase, and everybody. I hope they're living a good life, and and once again, I'll say, I'm sorry for what happened last year, but it's been, 6. It's been October, November, December, January, going on 6 months now. So I would assume that a lot of people have gotten over it, but if they can't, then they really need to get over it, because you can't just let things go for like 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years. Just let it go. Let it go. Focus on yourself. And that's pretty much it. Focus on yourself rather than something that happened 6 years ago or 10 years ago. You know what I'm talking about. But I digress. We move on. Alright, so yeah. Big ups to Prince Idol, I guess. Anyway, Will Rowley says, wow, Melina is trending on Twitter. Roman will do 1,000 days apparently. 1,000 days is at Saudi Arabia, King of the Ring. Yeah, that's when he's going to hit 1,000 days. It's going to be that weekend. So, I would think if he is at King of the Ring, which I think he probably will defend the title there because it's Saudi Arabia. He wants the blood money. The Saudi prince is going to give him the blood money. So I would think either they're going to do a celebration that night, or they're going to do it on the Memorial Day Raw. I would think the Memorial Day Raw, because I don't think he's gonna lose the belt in Saudi Arabia of all places. He should lose it on American soil. It'll probably be SummerSlam. To who? Cody. Maybe Jey Uso. They're saying maybe Jey. Maybe Solo. I don't know. But it's gonna be somebody. We just don't know who and when. It might not be it might be any time this year. It is what it is. All right, back to Muhammad. CM Punk truly predicts what's going to happen in WWE in the future, like you mentioned, and even he wants the WWE to be better. Yeah, you think? Why do you think he said that in 2011? WWE will be better off when Vince McMahon's dead, and he gives it to his doofus son-in-law and his daughter and his doofus son-in-law, which he kind of did, and now Nick Khan partly owns the goddamn company. Nick Khan, man. The lesser of the good Khans, because we all know Tony Khan's better than him. We all know that. But yeah, CM Punk can predict the future. He can predict anything in AEW. But boy, did he fuck up getting back to AEW with what he said about Moxley and I think Jericho, and what he said on Instagram, basically. That's not going to win you brownie points in wanting to come back. Either to be on Dynamite or come back to Ring of Honor. That ain't going to help. So maybe you should just shut your mouth and, have like a closed door meeting with all the entire roster and say you're sorry. Even though you don't want to, but, like Macho Man Randy Savage said, I'll say it again. You may not like it, but you must accept it. So, accept you being a giant prick there, Phil Brooks, and apologize. You will apologize, and you will like it. So, yeah, Phil, you better apologize to basically everybody. I know everybody doesn't want you back. They don't want to work with you. That's their problem. They don't want to work with you. They gotta have to learn to love it and learn to live with it. But that's all I gotta say about that. We move on. Got a couple comments, and we're gonna get right back to NXT, and then we're going to bed. Anyway, because I got enough battery, but it's going down pretty quick. Anyway, but yeah, CM Punk is like Nostradamus. I am Nostradamus. Do you believe? Like good old Jesus Priest song. That's a good album, by the way. Nostradamus is a damn good album by Judas Priest. Notice another good one? Painkiller! Okay, I just blew your speakers out. I apologize. Anyway, Real Rowdy says, I heard something funny last time Roman Reigns was pinned clean was Baron Corbin 2019. Oh my god, crazy stat. Yeah. I think it was December of 2019 when Baron Corbin, remember Baron Corbin was doing that whole stupid gimp thing where he dumped dog food on the Usos and Roman, and then in turn, later on, Roman and the Usos threw dog food on him when Roman beat him. We all remember that back in 2019, which was around the start of the the tribal chief era. So yeah, if Roman's gonna lose, it's not gonna be a schmuck like Baron Corbin. It's probably gonna be like somebody like Jey Uso, or it's gonna be Seth Rollins, or maybe Cody. God forbid a schmuck like Mustafa Ali or something like that. God forbid. No, it's going to be a top-tier talent. And it's probably going to be Seth Rollins or Cody at this point. I don't know who. Unless they bring up, like, Bron Breakker, or Roman could wipe the floor with him any day of the week. I just don't know who's going to be the new face of the company. Unless Vince wants to make Cody a one-year champ and have a one-year plan for Cody, then, yeah, give it to Cody at SummerSlam. If not, then Roman's never going to lose that title. He's going to be like a Hogan. He's going to be Hogan. He's going to hold it for 5 straight years. And he's going to lap everybody, and everybody's going to get pissed. Like, and the fans are going to revolt. Like, when is this guy going to ever lose? I'll tell you, on day 2,000. He'll hit 1,000, and then he's going to hit 1,500. Then he's going to hit 2,000. And that's going to be like, what? 3 years? 3 years from now? He's already at almost 3 years now. So, in about 2.5 years, he'll be at day 1,500, day 2,000 almost. He's never going to lose. Never. But, I mean, all the good things do come to an end, but we just don't know when. It's like our lives. We just don't know when we're gonna die. But it is what it is. But that's a good stat, though. That's a good stat. Muhammad says, so please hire CM Punk as a creative once his AEW contract expires. I don't know about that, but I mean, that's up to Tony Khan and Phil Brooks themselves. I mean, yeah, Punk could probably work in creative or do something backstage. Or you just sit at home and bang his wife, AJ Brooks, or AJ Lee. And AJ's, getting up there in age. She's like, what is she now? How old is AJ now? She's like, what, 30-something? I think. She thinks she's in her 30s, still looks amazingly hot. That ass, But right now, AJ Lee is doing books. And, I think she's doing really focusing on mental health as well. So that's good. She's writing books here and there. I think some comic books she's done. And really, I think she's doing something with WOW. I think she does commentary for it. Or at least, it's like an executive producer or something like that for WOW. So, I mean, I don't think she'll ever come back to the WWE, except for, maybe... I think the only time that Phil Brooks or AJ Lee will ever come back to the WWE is if they get put in the Hall of Fame, which I don't know if they will. Because they have they still Phil Brooks, I know, still has hatred for Triple H and Stephanie. Hi, Steph. As far as AJ Lee goes, I think you might accept the induction, but who knows? AJ's 36. Ah, nice. He's 11 years young. He's 10 years younger than me. Yeah, I'm an old fart. But I still look good. I'll be 60 and still look good. Well, all you other people will have, really bad teeth. I mean, I have a bad tooth over here, but, I just hate going to the dentist. I eventually will go to the dentist and have the dentist look at me like, oh my God! Wait, how long you been at the dentist? How long has it been since you've been to the dentist? I'm like, you don't want to know. A couple years. But I still brush my teeth every day, though, but just... I just hate going to the dentist because, when they do those x-rays They put that crap in your mouth all the way in the back. Like I go, oh, I can't do it because I don't want to puke. You know, he's gonna puke. You know, I don't want to do that. So I don't like when they put the thing in your mouth and then you have to hold it and then they put the thing right near your face and they take an X-ray off screen. I don't like that. But there are places that you just stand there and it's like a rotating X-ray machine. That's what I like. So, you know, I will eventually go to a dentist to get my teeth fixed eventually, as long as my dental insurance kicks in and you know, I don't have to pay an arm and a leg to get a root canal. I kind of need a root canal, but yeah, I don't want to do those stupid X-rays. I'd rather go to a place that does the full circle X-ray and you just stand there. Then you worry about, you know, when the doctor puts the drill in and all that other shit. But, you know, I have to tell the doctor, you know, don't put the thing down my fucking throat because I'm going to puke on you. Puke! You know? But it is what it is. But yeah, H.A. Lee, 36 years old. Still looking fine. And that's it. All right. That's all the comments for now. Let's get back to NXT because I really want to go to bed. So where were we? All right, so Indy retains the NXT Women's Championship at over 10.5 minutes. Match was decent. They gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Tiffany Stratton comes out, like I said, looking fine and looking hot. Stares at Indy, and then from behind, Corey Jade, looking even more hot, comes in to jump her from behind, and then she holds up the NXT Women's title. Said, this is mine, and then she drops the title, and then she leaves the ring, and she has a stare down with Tiffany Stratton. So there you go. That's that. So we'll see what happens with that next week. Did I mention the Brooks Jensen trying to beg Kiana James for forgiveness for what happened at the pay-per-view? Fallon Henley comes in and says Kiana is cheating on him, and then Jensen's like, you cheating on me? And Kiana's like, well, I was dating around, you know, playing the field, because that's what I do, you know. We weren't exclusive, like I said, you know, we're not exclusive. We just had that special kiss. So we're not exclusive, so don't call me your girlfriend and this and that. So Kiana leaves, and Fallon Henley and Josh Brooks say that Kiana is trying to make him the bad guy. Jensen starts yelling at them and says, stay out of my relationship. Yeah, stop cock-blocking me, you dumb bitch. Fallon Henley. Come on, let the guy score, goddammit. Let him get his cherry popped. You know what I mean? Because, you know, Kiana's like looking at him. He's looking at, you know, remember when she kissed him, she like looked down, she's like, yeah, she's like, yeah, he's got a big dick. I'm going to fuck him later. And then kissed him, and then she's got a real life boyfriend, so. That's probably 10 times hotter than Brooks Jensen, so who cares? But yeah, man, yeah, Kiana James getting that D from somebody else, and then gonna be Brooks Jensen. Sucks to be you, dude. You will forever be a virgin, like all the other people on YouTube. But I digress. Anyway, so after that, we get commentary acknowledging the passing of Bushwhacker Butch. I was like, why didn't they do that last night? Well, on Raw. I don't think we saw that, unless I missed it. But, you know, I mean, the news came out during Raw. So I guess they missed it and couldn't put a goddamn freaking in memoriam thing. They had to wait till Tuesday. They'll probably do it on maybe Wednesday for Dynamite. They'll do it, and maybe for Ring of Honor TV and Rampage and Battle of the Belts and SmackDown, hopefully. But we'll see. So that was kind of nice. All right, then we go to the dreaded parking lot where we see Corey Jade leaving. Oh, it was Roxy. I thought it was Lyra Valkyria. My mistake. Sorry about that. But she leaves, and then Roxy comes out looking smoking hot. And she threatens Corey Jade about trying to run away from fate. Saying, you can't escape your fate. That's a great band, by the way. There's a group called Escape the Fate. Go look it up on YouTube. Tell them Peter can recite you. But I digress. So, looks like Corey Jade and Roxy are going to kind of finish their feud that barely started. But, you know, that's that. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go back inside the Capitol Wrestling Center for our next match, another women's match. Tana Paxley and Ivy Nile go at it, kind of finishing off their little feud. It's a pretty decent match. I'm just gonna paraphrase the rest of this review. So Ivy wins with the Diamond Chain Lock, and Tatum Paxley taps out. Just under 4.5 minutes. Match was alright. 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's that. Then we go to the back where we have Ilya Dragunov talking to Mackenzie Mitchell. He's disappointed in losing at Stand and Deliver, but promises to come back even stronger. And then Von Wagner comes in and challenges him, but then Robbie E, Mr. Stone comes in and is like, what are you doing? And then he's like, if you want a match so bad, I'll go talk to Shawn Michaels. I'll get a match for you next week. But if you lose, we're done. So I'm like, oh, yep, he's losing next week. So goodbye, Robbie E. and Von Wagner as as a team, I guess, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty much it. And we move on with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the North American title match between Wesley and Axiom. This match was great. Back and forth they went. Getting to the end, Wesley tried for the spiral tap, but Axiom got his knees up. Tries to go for the golden ratio and missed, which led to Wesley hitting a cardiac kick. 1, 2, 3. He retains the North American Championship in over 10.5 minutes. Match was pretty damn good. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that. So after the match, Wesley shows respect, and then he leaves. And then we hear the evil. We see some evil music, and then Scripps comes out. Reggie. We see his logo appear on the Tron and everything, and then he's talking about I know everything about you. I know this and that. And then he tries to jump Axiom from behind. Axiom's looking around, and then he sees Reggie try to jump in the ring like he does the last time he came in. But Axiom caught him this time with a big time super kick, laid him out, and then he basically goes up to Reggie and says, "I'm going to expose you." Yeah, take the mask off. We all know it's Reggie under there. We know what A-Kid looks like without his mask, so it doesn't take a scientist to look that up. So that was kind of interesting, so we'll see what happens with that. Then we go to the back with Nathan Frazier and Mackenzie Mitchell. Nathan is a little bit pissed off about the tough loss to Dragon Lee, but seems to have an epiphany, not a Tiffany epiphany. He has an epiphany about what he needs to change and kind of get into focus on reality or something like that. So okay. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then before the main event segment, the last segment of the night, we have a video of some newcomers to NXT. They're going to be on your television screen pretty soon. We got a guy named Tank Ledger, Danny Palmer, I think we all know who she is, and another guy named Oba Femi. Boba Fett? No, Oba Femi. Basically, they've been on NXT Level Up, so now they're leveling up to the NXT main roster. So we'll probably be seeing them in the next couple weeks. But yeah, Danny Palmer we've seen before. I mean, if you haven't seen her in action, she's pretty damn good. I don't know who Tank Ledger is. I don't know who Oba Femi is. Maybe it's an outcast from Wakanda. I don't know. Sorry, I know I'm being stupid there, but I don't care. So I guess we'll see them in the next coming weeks. And that's pretty much it. Let's move on. All right, there we go to the final segment of the night. We have Trick Williams and his good buddy, the new NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes, for the big celebration. So Carmelo brags about his accomplishments. Trick declares it is the him era. Him. So Carmelo says he's a great champion, but he has to give Bron Breakker his credit too. So he calls out Bron Breakker, who comes out. And at first things are fine. Bron's that championship means something to me, and shows all the respect in the world to Carmelo after he lost. So he's like, on behalf of Carmelo and everyone in NXT, thank you. So then he leaves, and then Carmelo's like, hey, wait a minute, come back here for a second. Well, actually, Breakker says every champion loses to the new guy, and it was his job to pass the torch to Carmelo. That's why he did what he did, just like Tommaso Ciampa did to him about a year or so ago. We haven't seen Ciampa since. So he tells the crowd to show respect for the new champ. He goes to leave, but then Carmelo's like, come back here. and he offers his hand. They have a handshake, and then you know what's coming. Bron Breakker turns heel on both of them, lays both of them out when he laid out Carmelo with a Goldberg-esque like spear. It was sick. So looks like the fans are like, one more time. Then the show. I'm like, really? They're really turning on Carmelo now? Are you serious now? They were so up and on, like, yeah, Carmelo's the champ, and now they're booing him and they're going with Bron Breakker. I'm like, really? I mean, you fans are fucking marks. So it looks like Breaker's gonna stay in NXT for a little bit to finish, get his rematch, probably at Battleground or maybe on television, and then eventually go to the main roster, whenever that may be, maybe in the summertime or by SummerSlam, whenever the draft is, if there is a draft. So, but yeah, I was kind of confused about the fans chanting one more time. I don't know if it was to Melo or it was to Trick Williams. So I'm like, fuck. And these fans if they're doing that to Melo, that's kind of a slap in the face. Being hypocritical. Because everybody wanted Melo to be the champ. Now he's the champ, and now that Bron did what he did, now like, oh, fuck Melo. I'm like, what? So I was kind of confused on that. But anyway, that ends NXT. So we'll see what happens next week on the program. And that's it. So we'll see what happens next week with Melo and Trick. Maybe trying to get revenge on Bron. Maybe a match will come out sometime in the next couple weeks. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, so that's it. So I gave that segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. And altogether, NXT was a pretty decent show. And I gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment or a video. You can do your own video if you want down below. But smash that like button. Make sure you acknowledge me as well. That's what the like button is for. So do that. Like the video. Share the video all over the internet. Tap the bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. And follow me on social media. If you're real, if you're not, you can hop off. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just, Twitter and Instagram are down below. But you got to be real because I'm not going to friend assholes that are fake. And if you're on Facebook, just type in Peter Joseph or Peter, you can still type in Peter Gilmore because I only, my main Peter Gilmore Facebook page is still there. I'm not changing it to that. I'm not changing it to my Peter Joseph. Only my family page, I did that, but I'm not going to give that page out. But anyway, I kind of did, but no, it doesn't matter. That's just a family page that I barely use anyway. But if you're on Facebook, just type in Peter Gilmore. You probably will find me somewhere. And that's pretty much it. But you got to be real. If you're not, get the fuck off. That's it. So that's it. So I'm out of here, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Muhammad and Will Rally for coming in. And anybody else who watched, thank you for the free view. And that's pretty much it. So once again, 6.5 out of 10 stars for NXT. Pretty decent show. And we'll see what happens next week on NXT. That's pretty much it. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cookoot. And if you're not down with that, you're just too goddamn big because you will acknowledge us. That's the prophecy in the Armada and Roman. You will all acknowledge us. And if you don't, well, we got 3 motherfucking words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. So I'll be back tomorrow with your AEW review right here on the channel. So don't miss it. Hit that bell to when I go live tomorrow night. And if anything else comes your way, I will be here. I ain't going anywhere for a while. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to sleep. Some of you go to sleep. If you're not, it's midnight in the West Coast, so it's Wednesday in the West Coast. On the East Coast, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna go to bed because I got things to do tomorrow. Because I have a life and I got to make the money that some of you wish you had. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, motherfuckers. Go fuck yourselves. Peace. I love you all. God bless you all. And may the Lord Jesus Christ bless and keep you in protection and protect you from all your days or whatever. I messed that up, but praise be to God. That's all I gotta say about that. Thanks for watching. Peace.